That was weird. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are going to retry high block halls. Hopefully not lose horribly like last time. We'll do better. We'll do our best. Our best is hopefully better than our previous run. We already know the intro, even if we may have forgotten. Also, hello. This is what I look like in middle of the day. I was gonna say morning. For me, it has been the morning. I've been awake for almost no time at all. But it is about noon. He always getting away from me. I don't really remember because I was streaming a little bit a while ago with a different character just starting over. And I don't really remember what our character here had for build-wise. I think, yeah, we had some healing with our armor based on souls, and we also had that, which always takes half or more, I don't know, depending, to just do a lot of damage. I still think that can open. I do remember I thought that before. We did never get a solution though. Let's just check what this armor is. Snowball 2. Ooh. Okay, we got strong everything. We just need more levels. Because if we could get that snowball upgraded one more time, we have to be level 29 for that to happen. Or to just get rid of other things that we care about. But I don't know. The rest of the armor setup that we have is pretty great. Nothing this way. Nothing seemingly interactable. Oops. Yeah, those guys are a little tanky. Tankier even still when this happens. So we're gonna get rid of that guy first. And as the snowball's magic. Oh, he hit me. Gotta get out of here. Wait, the nuke is our only like large area of effect thing. That guy is too strong. So we're gonna take him out. Moving on here, I'm trying to remember. We gotta destroy, it says reach the throne room, but we have to destroy the banquet hall first. Not only will we remove their leader from power, but we're also gonna just throw all of their food on the ground. That's how you really stick it to the man. Okay, I want to dodge all of this. If we just stay around the corner, I don't think we can get hit. Yeah. Okay, get some. Oh, he's just spitting into the wall. What are you doing, llama man? Get out of there. Stun locked via llama. Pretty great. Yeah, our small nuclear bomb is not doing very much damage. We might want to consider switching it out for something else. What other artifacts do we have? Tumble through the air, stunning, pushing enemies back as we go. Soul healer, we could heal ourselves. Does remove our ability to do AoE damage though. Ah, yeah, we do need that for later on. I do remember that. That's like the one thing that I definitely do remember about this level. Is that if we're trying to get that chest, which hopefully will still be in the exact same spot, we need to block all the shots or just be fine giving up a life, because I don't think we can dodge any of that. Yeah, and now we just have soul healing with this and based off our armor, so our souls, so every enemy we kill is just going to heal us a lot overall. We don't attack very fast, which should be fine most of the time. Look at that. Beautiful. We just wanted more souls and we got more souls. Actually, I kind of want to look at getting a different sword. This one, yeah, is just giving us a ton of souls. It doesn't really do much damage at all. This one does have swirling. Last attack in a combo performs a swirling attack damage to enemies. Last attack in combo launches a shockwave, damaging it. We could be getting some of these. Mom heals you a small portion of the mom's max health. Or stuff like this. We could be just going in crazy with a weapon like this. We could get Prospector again. Shouldn't, but we could. Maybe an axe? No. Because then we could free up some enchantments for something else. It is nice to have, yeah, a ton of healing off of everything. This one is not healing. So I was wrong about the armor. Yeah, no, what we have for a bow is pretty great. The triple piercing. We need at least triple piercing on something else. They're growing bows. That one's not. I mean, and these ones are just worse, so doesn't really matter. We have the best bow we can have for now, in my opinion. If we could get a TNT block or two to toss down there, that'd be awesome. I wonder how many souls it takes out. Does it always take out the same amount to heal us, or does it take out just enough? It would be awesome if it took out just enough so we didn't waste anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if it took out more. Oh, and they have piercing shots. And they're quick and double damage and burning. But if we don't go up to them, burning means nothing. Their double damage will just take out the llama a little faster. That's fine. We can always summon him back. So we probably should have let him go down, because he's almost dead. And we'll need him at full health for stronger enemies. So there's things you gotta be thinking about. And also, I love this, that we're down here and they can't hit us because they're idiots. And that one figured it out, finally. Are they gonna hit the wall in front of us? Oh, wall in front of them, even. Didn't make it across. Why did I use the healing there? I don't know, but it doesn't really matter. I figured it out. My hand was on the wrong key. I just meant to heal myself just a little bit. But like, look at that. We can just go in, just kind of just spamming attacks. Oh, we got the key. There we go. Which I'm assuming we need. It just says crash the party. We don't really have any specific objectives at this point in time. Okay, we lost. No, we didn't lose the key. He's still on us. And standing up on that little ledge there, the wall, I don't understand the purpose of it as far as the building is concerned. But standing up there so you get attacked by everyone from all sides is a horrible decision. Yeah, so as long as there's enemies that we are taking out with some amount of speed, we're fine, because we'll be healing enough, and we'll have the option of healing more and healing more. So we're not really going for a maximum damage output at this time. Not everything has to be about DPS. If you can't survive, it doesn't matter if you can do a lot of damage. Unless that helps you survive. I don't know. Food for thought. Stay gone. Anyways, this is all just kind of like rehashing what we've already been through. So let me tell you something. This is a story back I told Sam yesterday. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I just click the right mouse. That wasn't the story though. So back in like preschool. Oh wait, we need the key. There he is. Back in it was like preschool, kindergarten. We had a project to bring in a large number of something that started with 1 and was followed by some number of zeros. it was either like 100 or 1,000. And people were bringing in like Skittles or chocolate chips or like grains of sand. And I, for my project, wanted to bring in miles. Like, as a little kid, I was like, yeah, we could bring in like 1,000 miles. It doesn't even matter. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why did I think that I should be able to do that? But then my teacher, instead of like arguing with me that it doesn't make sense to bring in that many miles, I think it was like 1,000 or something, or 1,000,000, I don't know. But instead of telling me that, like, no, you as a child cannot bring 1,000 miles into the classroom, I was like, no, instead of saying that, which would have been perfectly fine and reasonable for her to say, she instead was like, no, there aren't that many. What do you mean? There aren't that many? Like, I can't, I definitely can go outside, because at this point, I was told already that the universe was, like, infinitely big, as far as I was concerned. So those miles did exist out there somewhere. But she should have just said, no, you can't bring in 1,000 or 1,000,000 miles into the classroom for show and tell. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. What's wrong with you? She was just like, no, those, you can't. They don't exist. There's not that many of them. Which for me was awful. It was not the way to teach young me. Because also reminded me of, can I get these pigs? They're just for show? Interesting. It reminded me of when I was being taught subtraction for the first time. It was, again, I mean, not necessarily the teacher's fault, because as a kid I probably should have just let it go. But I have older siblings, so I knew some of what the math they were up to was, like, very loosely. But get this, both my older siblings had learned about subtraction and negative numbers. So while they were doing homework at home, I learned about negative numbers as well. So go back to me in school being taught in a classroom setting about negative numbers for the first time. My teacher was like, you got 10, you got 7, you take the small number from the big number, and you get a number that is smaller than the big number by the amount that the smaller number is in magnitude. Of course, not like that, because that doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's a horrible thing to say to kids. Something a lot more, I don't know, preschool level that actually makes sense when you talk about it. But anyways, smaller number from big number, so you can get a smaller positive number. But me knowing about negative numbers is like, what happens if you take 10 away from 7 instead of the opposite way, which is what most people were doing at the time, because she told us to do that at the time. And that was to take 7 from 10. So you get 3, and I was like, well, what happens if we do it the other way? We take the big from the small. When we get a negative number, me, not like being intelligent at the time, but just knowing that this was a thing, I was just tossing it out there. I didn't know what that negative number would be, because I wasn't nearly as well versed in math as I would have liked at the time. But she was just like, no, you can't. And that was so frustrating for me, because I knew, I think that was from the TNT earlier, because I knew at the time that you could do that, and I was being lied to. And I didn't know why. It didn't make any sense why she would just tell me that I can't do that. Because I knew negative numbers were a thing. Like, I should have just known that. There's the key. I should have known. We're gonna go through the well instead. Poker fight. I should have known to just drop it. But I really wanted to know why she told me that the negative numbers did not exist when they did exist. The main gist of this story is that as a child, I was difficult to deal with. I don't know if that's what you got. It wasn't that the teacher was in the wrong. It's just that I was an obnoxious kid. I would love for this evoker to stop summoning all of these little Vex. I don't know what he's going to attack now. He just ran away. If he would have just stayed on me, he probably would have got it. There's a Vex. There's a pig. I'm not going to make a topical joke about police officers at this time. The tensions are running a little high. I mean, we all know where we stand, and it tends to not be with the police when they're beating people in the streets. But it's a bit heavy-handed for Minecraft Dungeons. Not heavy-handed, just a bit heavy as a topic. Let's see, let's get around this. Where are enemies that are harder to fight? I want a little bit more of a challenge. That is not the challenge of I stand in a room and get shot from all sides by like 20 different archers. Maybe we should just try to avoid shooting a bow at any point until we get there, so we have our TNT to just toss. All these dead ends, no secrets. Are there? There's one secret, 2 chests. I think we're doing great so far. Here's a tall one. I wish our attack speed was a little bit higher. Rampaging would be one thing that would make this weapon even better. The increase of attack speed. If we could have Rampaging 3 in addition to our other 2 enchantments, we would be darn near unstoppable. Okay, we gotta go around and then up. Be free. Clicking on this. These guys, yeah, if I remember, they're not very strong. There are a lot of them, though. And using an arrow would be great. Because it would just cut through all of them. Look at that. Destroying the buffet. Are these chefs? Why are there so many chefs? The buffet is made already. Is there anything this way? Nah, not really. But no, the negative number fiasco, that's something that bothered me a long time. Because every math class, like, until someone was like, yeah, no, negative numbers are real, as an authority figure. Not just like other kids or my siblings or parents at home. I needed one of my teachers to be the one that's like, yeah, that's a thing. I don't know why, but I just really needed them to say it. Until that happened, I was always like, so negative numbers, when are we gonna get to that? And they're like, no, those aren't real. And oh man, just a heated point from my childhood. This is what is the deep scarring memories for me are. I guess that means it was good. Not like, oh yeah, I used to get in fights all the time. You kidding me? I would never get in a fight at school. I was so terrified. Like, oh, if the teachers... I don't know. If anybody ever tried to fight me, thankfully no one did. At least to the other students, I was probably quite agreeable. See, he doesn't have burning on him, so we can just go in here. Oh my goodness, but he is quite strong. We might need to just toss this TNT and then start shooting them. He's still stunned. Okay, so how do we make our way out of this one? Perfect. Just kind of had to wait a little bit. Yeah, if I would... we need 3 levels for that next snowball up. But it goes from, what, 3 seconds to 1 second? Which is armor here. Yeah, 3 seconds to every second, which is actually huge. So instead of, like, stun locking one enemy, it'll just kind of stun lock a 3 or 4 sometimes. I think we dropped the healing thing and then ran away from it, which means it wasn't that useful. Be great if he could just keep stunning the guy behind us, yeah, so that way we can take him out one at a time. We still have a problem with crowds, because we don't do a lot of AoE. If we switch to the gravity hammer, unique one, I think that'd work out fine. But we'd have to give up our enchantments on this and the weapon itself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it only takes the amount of souls that we need. Let's see. Do we have to destroy another banquet still? I just remember that there's so many different banquet areas. Like normally it's one big banquet hall. From my experience of castle banquets goes, at least, it's one big banquet hall, and then everything's just happening there. There's the obsidian chest, which I want to get. We have to wait for this to go on cooling. We got to switch it out for the protection from arrows. So we're gonna put it here. We're gonna do that as soon as they spawn. We're gonna get protection from arrows, which will hopefully last long enough for the stairs to raise up so we can get the heck out of there and not lose a life. Take everything here, they're spawning in. Now protection from arrows. And we can shoot out at least at the same time. Okay, dodge everything. That's not the way. We want to go out the way we came in, just so everybody's a little bit lined up more. And I think that went pretty well. We had a plan, we had a purpose, we executed it relatively flawlessly. But I think now we can get rid of it. Well, it depends on if the boss here is like projectile heavy. It might be quite useful. You know what? This would be super nice to use for that purple cauldron fight, which kind of sucked a lot for us because we kept getting just absolutely murdered by the small purple slimes. We could have just dropped this down, stood next to the cauldron, and then just meleeed it. But we didn't have one of these at the time, so we couldn't have done that. Maybe it was in an artifact pool that we could have rolled from the wandering trader. I'm not sure, but it definitely would have saved us a lot of pain. We got through it fine ultimately by the end, or not fine, but we did get through it. Otherwise we'd still be there to this day. And at some point the amount of levels you'd get from just all of the enemies leading up to it would make it so it's super easy. Which is kind of what happened. That wasn't the one we had to repeat a lot, but the one we kind of sucked at was the creepy crypt. Yeah, we leveled up a ton going through it 3 times. Get out of here. I think the one that we stunned with our armor is the one that hit us with the bow. So let's see. As far as secrets and things go, we have one more. We did get the 2 chests. So the obsidian chest and the other chest that was near it were both of them. Now we just have to look for the secrets or something that I am seemingly having a hard time finding. Did something happen to us? I don't know, I felt like I was stunned for a second there. Got him. Okay. This thing, we don't want that one. Do we want just extra range damage? How much are we doing? Up to 99, piercing everything, and then we'd just do 127? Rapid fire and fuse shot would be a pretty decent combo. But ignore that. We got 1 enchanting point. There's nothing we can put 1 on. So that's fine. Health, plus 100% souls gathered, plus artifact damage. Lifesteal aura, health, souls gathered. So this is just if we want to switch up what our enchantments are. Ooh. Shout. All your artifacts are used. Ignoring cooldown. Speed. I don't know. Those are tough decisions. Tough decision. I kind of want to use this, but I don't want to get rid of that because that one's the most awesome thing we have. We're going through artifacts though, which is completely different from what we have. Really increases attack and movement speed. Sure. Take the death cap. Anyways, like, did you have any ridiculous stories from when you were a kid? Because you were just, you were just a kid. Acting very childlike. Oh, this is it? This is the throne room? Oh yeah, we didn't get past the archers before. I guess we were just like right near the end. Wait, if this is not the final level, it turns out that having a larger area of effect damage is so much more important than what we thought. Full health guy. That one. And we can't stun lock him with our hits. Okay, that's fine. Is that everyone? No, there's one guy stuck up here. Hopefully the snowballs can hold him in place. Look at this. Just farming souls like crazy. And there's gonna be more of them? Of course there are. There's always more. Not always. Sometimes there aren't. I don't know what I was gonna follow that up with. Like all these souls that we are generating from these guys are just keeping us at like max health. So one of the max health enchantments would be kind of fine. Especially if it makes us do even more damage or attack faster so we could stay at max health longer. Don't forget the death cap shroom when it comes off cooldown. Because it doesn't last very long and cooldown's also not very long, so we just have to make sure to keep using it. It's one of those things, like, I would love to just set up macros for any artifact that is just, like, best when used continuously. Because then I could just have it be pressed all the time. But part of the fun is finding out what I just keep forgetting to do. Because then it's like, oh, if that was really hard. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, we had a really tough fight, but it was because we are stupid. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh, we're having a really tough fight right now, but it turns out we didn't use any of our artifacts the whole time. I'd rather have something like that happen than, oh, we had a tough fight, turns out we did everything that we could have. It's just, it's really hard, it will be really hard. I thought I picked that up and threw it up here. Let's go see if, oh no, the enchanter guy died. We can assassinate someone here. We gotta get the literate man. The pen is mightier than the sword, which is why the guy with the book is making all of the other people even stronger. That it? No, one more wave. It's the last one. I'll just say one more every time, and then one time you'll be like, oh my god, he's right. I love the blue fire. Blue is my favorite color. In case you were somehow under an impression that it wasn't, I mean, there's no reason to really be under any impression that it was anything in particular. Come on, there's quite a few wraiths left. I just want to be able to freely walk around, and that does not help. Okay, where is he? We got enchanter thing there. We're just gonna take a casual stroll around. Also, how long was our llama not up? Oh, speed 2. I like that it just zooms out. It's like you're fast, which means you need to see the world from a grander scale. Because you'll be able to use the information. That one definitely just arced around there. Again, if we, I guess, some form of piercing multi-shot. I mean, the piercing is already really good for being able to hit a lot of enemies at once. Okay, I just roll out of one frying pan and into a different fire. I thought we were good. I thought we were close. Like 3 rounds ago, but they really upped the ante on this one. Like, which makes me wonder what the next one's boss fight is even gonna be. Pursue him. That's the end of the level, right? This is the pursuit, and then yeah, okay. So the one large fight there at the end.
You mustn't let him get away.
Oh, it's solid. Absolute perfection. We did great. Let's think. What else can we do at this moment in time? We could spend all of our emeralds. I feel like it's kind of at the point, a better death cap mushroom. We could always do this, and then just have attack and movement speed up longer. So it's about 10-second duration, 30-second cooldown. If we get a third one, we could always have increased attack and move if we just remember to use them. But I think the stun is more important. Also, it's just another source of damage we don't have to think about controlling. Should probably go through this and get rid of some things. What is that? Oh, gravity pulse. Those enemies near you. If you're melee, that's great. If you're ranged, it's not great. I don't think we want artifacts. I think we want new random gear. Can this give us the soul knife, but just a better one? It can get us the grim armor, so hopefully it can get us a soul knife. Just keep rolling. What are we gonna get? Sickles, is that? Yeah, we don't have enough money. Of the new stuff, this one has snowball and frenzied, which is good. Recycler, whatever. It only makes you faster for 3 seconds compared to having snowball and potion barrier. We could also just use the increase of... Oh my goodness. I was going to be like probably like 20 health. No, that is 55. That is definitely worth it. Goodbye to that one. Hello to this one. Is it worth waiting 2 levels? How close are we to the next one? Are we going to get it during the next level or at some point afterwards? If we could get it during, I think it would definitely be better to wait, get level 3 snowball, than to do any of these. Swift-footed is nice, but like, I don't know if it's worth making it take longer to get that upgrade on snowball. I don't think so. For now, that'll be all. I think my white balance is a little off. I'm being a little red, but that's fine. Just probably because of my shirt. If I hold up something white, as it is, here we go. As it is auto white balanced, yeah. This is a more natural tone. Should I just do that for the whole video? Just hold up a white sheet so the white balance is fine? Probably not. But see, look, and then we just start shifting back. It's great. Anyways, that's all for now. See you next time. Hope you have fun. I've said this multiple times, but I believe this is the last one. The next one. So, see you for the last one.